Welcome to the Postal Export Guru channel. If you are an exporter, MSME, ODOP producers or postal staff, then this video is very important for you. In this video, we will see what are the changes in custom regulations in the countries of European Union, the action taken by India Post to facilitate export in European Union, what are the IUSS shipment, non-IUSS shipment, what are the ways to pay the duty, and which shipments are remain suspended by India Post, what are the responsibility of customers, exporters, or the postal staff. So these are the content of these videos. This is very important for you. The European Union has implemented new customs regulations with effect from 1st July 2026. Under these new regulations, every commercial shipment is now liable for paying duty. Means the earlier limit of 150 euro on which there was no import duty has been abolished. Before 1st July 2026, the shipment up to the value 150 euro were exempted from customs duty in European Union. But now 1st July 2026 onwards, every shipment, irrespective of their value, are dutiable. So this is the major change. Now, how to pay this duty is a big question for the small exporters. So, the duty payment structure, duty payment regulations is also changed. Many European Union countries has announced that the duty is payable to them, to their customs, before the shipment reaching in their country. It means the duty had to be paid by seller at the time of booking. So the system where the sender is paying the duty at the time of booking is known as delivery duty paid DDP service. In postal sector, it is also known as postal delivery duty paid service PDDP. There is also a second method to pay this duty. The second method is called DAP, delivery at place. Delivery at place means seller is sending the item without paying custom duty and taxes. The payment of custom duty and taxes is the responsibility of importer only. So this is the DAP system. Further, there are import taxes is applicable in European Union countries. These import taxes are known as VAT, value added tax. So there is a separate system for paying this VAT known as IOSS. So if the seller has IOSS system, seller is paying the VAT through IOSS system, then in DDP he has to pay only custom duty, surcharge and handling fee. Such shipments are known as IOSS shipments. But in case the seller is not paying VAT through IOSS system, then he has to pay custom duty, VAT, surcharge and handling fee. So the shipment on which VAT is payable through IOSS system is known as IOSS shipment. The shipments on which VAT is not payable through IOSS system is known as non-IOSS shipment. So now you understand what is the IOSS shipment and what is non-IOSS shipment. Dear friends, in European Union, many countries has mandated that only delivery duty paid shipments are allowed in European Union in their territory, and for non-IOSS shipments they have allowed DDP and DAP both facilities. So these are the very big changes in the European Union. Due to these new regulations, Department of Post has suspended the commercial export services for these EU countries with effect from 26 June 2026, as the new regulations mandated that whatever be the shipments arriving in EU on or after 1st July 2026 must follow the regulations, new regulations of EU. So India Post has developed the required software, and after making all the necessary arrangement in record 20 days, these services are resumed with effect from 16th July 2026. So India Post has prepared, India Post has made all the necessary changes, necessary arrangement for sending the shipments to EU as per the new regulations. Now you may send the IOSS shipments and non-IOSS shipments to EU without any hassle. Friends, these are the regulations for commercial shipments. However, documents and the personal shipments, that is gift, are exempted from duty up to 45 euro. So if you are sending gifts or up to 45 euro or any correspondence, documents, communication, then still they are exempted from duty. But for commercial shipment, you need to pay the duty. Now the way of paying duty is either DDP or DAP. The arrangement of paying duty as DAP or DDP is available with India Post. Dear friends, there are some requirements from the customer sides also. As per the OM of India Post issued on 15th July 2026, contractual customers of DOP needs to sign one addendum and Annexure A. Annexure A is customer customs authorization. So every contractual customer need to sign these two documents. One is addendum and other is customer customs authorization. After signing these two documents, the contractual customer has to submit to their account office or to the DNK or International Business Center where their contracts were created. The IBC or DNK or booking office will forward addendum and the customer customs authorization to their divisional office. The divisional office will upload the addendum and customer customs authorization in CRM portal of Advanced Postal Technology 2.0. Once the addendum and customer customs authorization is uploaded in CRM portal, the induction or booking of commercial shipment for the contractual customers are allowed. Friends, if you are using DNK portal or self-service portal for the booking of commercial shipment, then you need to update your profile after login. For updating the profile, you have to agree with the terms and condition for booking of the shipment to European Union. So once these three activities is completed, the three activities that are: first, you have signed addendum and customer customs authorization and handed over to your DNK, डाकघर निर्यात केंद्र or international business centers. Second, this DNK and IBC staff has forwarded your addendum and customer customs authorization to their divisional office, and divisional office has uploaded this document on the CRM portal. Then after the updation of your profile, you will be able to book your shipments on DNK portal. Dear friends, it is very important, if your addendum or customer customs authorization is not deposited, not submitted, duly signed forms are not submitted to the booking post office, then your shipments is not allowed for booking or induction. So you will get error either at the time of induction or at the booking on the self-service portal. So be ensured these three activities. Friends, for the customer who are booking these shipments in the IBC or booking counter co-located with FPO or SFPO, and the way of postal bill of export filing is manual, then for non-contractual customer, they have to sign this customer customs authorization every time when they books their shipment. But for contractual, the signing of the addendum and customer customs authorization is a single time activity. So dear friends, in this scenario, it is better that you should be a contractual customer of DOP. Dear friends, for booking of the shipments to EU, there are few other requirements. You need to enter the descriptions, HS code, value, weight, and country of origin correctly. Then second, the name and address of sender and addressee shall be mandatory. This should be mentioned correctly. It means the complete name of sender and addressee, then the name of apartment, building, name of premises, name of locality, city, province, country name should be mentioned clearly. The contact details, that is email ID and mobile number, should be given correctly so that the sender or addressee may be contacted as and when required. So these informations are very important. Further, for the clearance of shipment in India, you need to provide correct details of the fields related to postal bill of export. If any document is required for the clearance of your item in European Union, that should also be enclosed along with your parcel in a transparent cover. So dear friends, these are the few things you have to take care of. Now, what is the custom duty? So custom duty is 3 euro per HS code and country of origin. So if you are sending 50 pen, then HS code is 1. Therefore you have to pay only 3 euro. But if you are sending 50 pen and 30 t-shirt, it means if you are sending the items related to 2 HS code, so you have to pay 6 euro custom duty. What will be the VAT? The VAT is approximately 17% to 22% of the value of the shipments, and it is based on CIS value or the invoice value. There are some surcharges. This amount of surcharge is different in different countries. The list of surcharge and the countries available in my description box, and secondly, the copy of addendum and customer customs authorization is also available in the descriptions box. Please download the addendum and customer customs authorization, just sign it and submit to the booking office. If you are the contractual customer, the staff of the booking office should send these documents immediately to their divisional office, and the staff of divisional office should upload these two documents, addendum and annexure, on CRM portal. After doing these activities, customers are allowed to book their shipments. The DNK customer has to update their profile in addition to above. So in this video I have discussed all these important points. I hope you understood the activity, what is required, and if even there are few questions with you, some suspicion, then you may always free to write it in comment box, which is replied at the earliest. And dear friends, this video is very important as per the new regulations, so I request you to please share, like and subscribe this video so that most of the exporter can get benefited from these new services. Thanks for watching this video.